KURINJI Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
KURINJI Education Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Good morning students. In this video session, we have to start a new chapter. The chapter 12th standard, chapter Organism and Population. In this chapter, some of the topics we have to discuss. What are that? Here, organisms and population time, how one single organism is interacting with environment. As like organism, a group of organisms, nothing but population. That population of organisms, how they are interaction to environment. Okay. Then, how they are interacting. In the topic, in this chapter, different topics are organisms and its environment, and what is ecology, what is the components of ecology, and organization of levels of ecology. Next, environmental factors of ecology, that mean ecology containing the what type of environmental factors, and then here organism, how it is adapted to the environment, how it is adapted to the environment. It is regarding to one single individual, nothing but organism, interaction with the environment. Next, population. The second word of the title is a population only. In this population side heading, we have to know about population attributes, age pyramids. In the population, different age group of organisms based on the age group, and then population growth. Next, life history of variations, and then population interactions. These are the some of the subtopics and under organism and population. Seen on that board in the organism and population. First, organism and its environment. Okay, nothing but just when you take organism as example, our body, we are the organism. Okay, how we are interacting with the environment, nothing but or else how environment shows some of the influence on our body or on our life. Because of our life, everything every day we are related with the environmental factor. Our lifestyle, our daily wise work, everything depends upon the environment condition. So, in this chapter, organism, it's their environment we have to discuss, and then ecology. What is the definition of ecology? Ecology, a definition, it will come in here, I will explain. And then organization of levels of ecology. Here, organization means different levels. If you take out one ecology, one branch of the science, that branch of the science deals with what and then composing of the what are the factors that it is tells in the organization. Nothing but just recall organization of our body. On the time we studied cells onwards tissue onwards organs onwards organ systems. How different levels is present at the time of the formation of organism. Like that, here ecosystem composing of what different levels of organization, and then next environmental factors and ecosystem. In the ecosystem is having the two important factors. One is One is living things, another thing environmental factors are nothing but abiotic factors. So here how that environmental factors, what type of environmental factors are there, and then here each and every organism, last one, fifth one I am saying, each and every organism when they are settled in the one place or one environmental condition, that organism must be show the something adaptation to environment. Okay, without adaptation organism can't live successfully. Now in this time, just a small example, when sometimes when you went to any polar places, visiting of polar places, we want to adapt it to that polar conditions. For what we want to do, wearing of some of the quality cloth for protect our body temperature. So that is a one type of part time temporary adaptation. But here organisms will show the permanent adaptation to environmental conditions. That and all totally under organism and then environment. And then population attributes, how population will increase, how population will decrease, what are the reasons population increasing and decreasing, that is under population attributes. And then age pyramids, when you take one population, how many different age group people are present in the one single population. And then population growth, that sometimes for example in the environment or else one ecosystem, if you take different populations, some of the populations of organisms will be grown very fast, that means rapid increasing of their number. But some are not like that, it is a slow, or sometimes it is a very less. How it will be happens, what are the factors are affecting the population growth of the organisms. And then life history variations, all organisms life history not at the same, different life histories. Okay, that what are the different life histories under population we have to know. And then population interactions, within the different populations, different organisms, how they are interacting, for what purpose they are interacting. Okay, here human beings, generally I am saying one example, from the morning onwards up to night we are interacting with our friends or our neighbors for some of the necessary things. Okay, what are that necessary things, why we are interacting them. Okay, like that every population, every organism, it must be interactive with some adjacent organisms, I mean neighbor organisms, in this population interactions that want to know. Okay, then a big flow chart of the total organism and population. See, I am started with organism. These organism population, I mean organism means a single individual. Now the same type of individuals, a group of same type of individuals we call as a population. In scientifically we call as a species. Here in the arrow mark I mentioned a group of organisms, that the group of organisms must be belongs with the same species. Okay, for example human species, that is a population, but one place, one human being, one dog, one pig, that is a group of organisms, but it is not a population. Population, it will tells the a group of organisms must be belongs with that is the same species. That population, number of populations combined together, it will form the community. Here community contains different species, a group of organisms, that group of organisms are belongs to different species. That means number of populations combined, it will form the community. And then these community, what is the use of the community means, here each and every group of organisms or species of organisms, they need some adjacent or some other species support. For example, we need cow species for milk, okay, or fish for eating, okay, for nutrition. So we need some of the we are taking some of the support from the adjacent species. So that is totally community. And then here not every organism or every population, it needs support from the environment. Without environment, populations or organisms are not yet survivable. So here ecosystem is composing with the environment with the community. environment with the communities, that means living things with the environmental conditions. Now like that type of environment and then living organisms, it is having a climatic conditions, seasonally changed climatic conditions, such a place we call as a biomes. Biomes. In the end of this session, we can understand what are the different biomes present in the world wise, that we can see. A majority in our India, what are the different biomes. On the time we will get some clarity. Biome means nothing but environment condition, that environmental conditions having the annual variations. Seasonally that climatic conditions will be changed. Okay, that is called biome. Then next, land space. Land space means a big place that containing with different biomes, that is called land space. Like several land place combined, we call as a earth. That means all our continents combinedly we call as a earth. That earth onwards, how much space can able to give the chance for survivability of living things, that place we call as a biosphere. Up to some of the height of the earth onwards, up to certain limits of height level, and then under the earth in the soil also some of the microorganisms can survive. So which part can able to give the support to the life survivability, that place we call as a biosphere. Like that one of the biosphere is one of the place in the universe. This is the physical, this is the phenotypical identification of different levels of ecosystem, I mean different levels of our environmental. And then here from the organism onwards, non-visible things, already non-visible things we know, with the help of the microscope only we can find. Here organism is made up of the organ systems. Organ systems are made up by the organs. Organs are made up by the tissues. Tissues are made up by the cell. We know cell is a functional unit of structural and functional unit of the organism. Maybe sometimes some of the organisms unicellular, maybe sometimes some of the organisms are multicellular, tissue onwards. Okay, then some little bit in depth, cells are inside. We have that cell containing with the nucleus. That nucleus may having the chromosomes. That chromosomes contains DNA. That DNA composing by the several genes. This gene only responsible for character. Okay, we already discussed in the previous classes. But here why I mentioned this mean a biggest thing, that is a universe. In the universe is a minimum composing of the minimum thing is a organism. That organism inside the gene is a major important role. So here in the Sanskrit one word is there, Andapinda Brahmandamu. Andapinda Brahmandamu means cell is a simple cell. From the cell onwards a complicated nature organism is produced, then that onwards universe is produced. It is a simple to complex. Okay, then continuation of these organism and population. Now in this lesson, understanding wise, we want to know some of the definitions. What is ecology? Okay, already in the botany you people are very well known about ecology definition. One more time we have to refer ecology. In this ecology, interaction between different levels of organisms, with their environment, with their environmental factors by the different principles. What are the different principles? In this chapter continuation videos we will get it. So here ecology means it is a science of biology. It is a study relation with the interaction of the different levels of organisms with their environment. When they are interaction with any organism or with environment, that is shows something principles are there. Some of the principles, by using of some principles, that interaction will be happen. Okay, or that interactions we call this some of the principles. Okay, so that is the definition of ecology. Then now come to these ecology having the two branches, autoecology and synecology. Atacology word tells about, already I said these atacology is one of the branch in the ecology. Ecology tells interaction between the organisms and then with environment. Here that organism belongs to single species. See, atacology, one single species relation with their environment. That means a interaction between a single species of organisms with their environment. Nothing but all our world wise, only we have to take only human beings. Only human beings. The human beings, how they are interacting with environment. That is tells about atacology. Atacology time we have to take only one single species. Only one single species. Then synecology. Synecology time no need not to take one single. Instead of the single species we can take community. Community means definition already here I given. Community means a different group of species. That means a different group of organisms, how they are interacted themselves along with interaction with the environment. Because of when the one ecosystem consisting with a different group of populations, that group of population must be interdependent, either food purpose or any other sources. So they are interdependent along with how they are shows the response to environment. That tells these synecology. Synecology tells how the community level of organisms they are interacting with themselves with environment. That is a synecology. It is a branch of ecology. Atacology, synecology, it is a two branches in under ecology. Then now come to the next one. Here biome. What is the biome? Here also I discussed, generally I discussed. Now scientifically what is a biome? Biome is a large unit. Biome is a large unit. It contains a major vegetation, different type of living things, flora and fauna. Simply, shortcutly we call flora and fauna. You know what is the meaning of flora and fauna. And that unit place, that large unit place having the particular climatic zone. Climatic zone, that should be remembered. Okay, particular climatic zone that containing with the different type of living things, that is which place or which are the large unit having the major vegetation, flora and fauna, and that particular unit showing the particular climatic conditions. That climatic conditions seasonally it will change. Okay, example tropical rainforest and desert and then deciduous forest. These are the several. Just recall it, just understand the examples of these biomes. When you take out rainy forest, tropical rainy forest, Cherrapunji in Meghalaya, we know that is a place that have a particular climatic conditions. For that climatic conditions, organisms are shows the something adaptation. Different type of vegetation is there. When you take it desert climatic conditions is different. Based on their climatic conditions, different type of vegetation is there. Okay, desert animals and tropical rainy forest animals not at having the same type of nature, different based on their climatic conditions. Now following the see next habitat means generally we know that one a particular location, your address. Okay, here habitat, a specific place or location by combination of different factors. What are the different factors means it tells about environmental factors. Okay, what are that continuation time we have to know. Okay, that is not a matter. Now come to the next ecological niche. This is a very most important word. Okay, up to now what we heard that and all previously one or two times previous classes we heard it, but here ecological niche it is the first time a new word. What is this? Here different organisms are interacting themselves. Different organisms are interacting themselves their necessary wise. Along with that organisms are interacting with or show something response to environment. Okay, by that statement onwards we have to understand about ecological niche. See, physiological space of the organism in the ecosystem. That means in the ecosystem a particular individual or particular living thing is occupying the which space, which place. Nothing but either producers or consumers or decomposer. Which place? Basing on that. How you decided that one? How you decided the either producer or that is a consumer based on their functional activity kada. For example, any living thing is showing the food autotroph. Showing the autotrophic function means it can able to produce their own food means that will be producers. So based on their functional role, we are giving a particular place in the ecosystem for what? For a living thing. So here a living organism, physical space or physical place of the organism in the particular ecosystem, that is depends upon their functional role. It's their functional role. These two important words should be remembered. A organism functional role, based on the organism functional role, it is occupying the physical space in the or physical place in the ecosystem. That is ecological niche. Okay, then here come to the ecosystem. Components of ecosystem. How ecosystem is composed? Structural and functional. We should be remember in the structural and functional. Okay, first here in the ecosystem different components, abiotic factors or biotic factors. Abiotic factor and biotic factors. Abiotic factors are again classified into the two types. One is a physical factor and chemical factors. Physical factor and chemical factor. What are the physical factors? See on that board, temperature is the physical factor and pressure is a physical factor, light is a physical factor, and then humidity and soil. These and all comes under the physical factor. And then chemical factors, water and oxygen and some of the gaseous mixture, it is come under chemical factors. Either physical or chemical factors we call as a abiotic factor because of these physical and chemical factors not yet have any life. They are giving the asset to life, are giving the strength into the or give the chance for life survivability. But these components not yet have, these factors not yet have any life. So these are all abiotic factors. Okay, and then come this side, biotic factors. Biotic factors are having the life. Okay, here the ecosystem composing structural components of biotic factors, here producer and consumers and decomposers. Okay, now here producers, consumers, decomposers are structurally how the ecosystem composing by the biotic factors. Now these producers means we know from the 6th standard onwards you are studying, so that's why I do not explain anything. Consumers, these definitions are everything botany, in botany also you referred. So by these producers, consumers or decomposers, it will form the total structural components of ecosystem. Then these consumers again divided the primary, secondary, tertiary basing on the different levels. Correct na? But here come to the ecological niche. Ecological niche. What I said here, physical space of the organism in the ecosystem, it's a functional role. These functional role word, by recalling of these functional role, any organism either producer or consumer or decomposer, what's their function, how they are interaction with the other organisms. Now see here, when the one organism interacting with another organism, that interaction may be either anything, anyone, here down. Okay, see here pointer place. One is a pathogen. One is a pathogen. Okay, pathogen means which causes the disease to organism. correct na? But there is an interaction is there, that along with the pathogen, in between the pathogen agent and then host ki interaction is there, and then sometimes parasitic nature. Next, some of the interactions in the competition, okay, either food resources or natural resources wise. So something they are having the interaction with, they means here a living organisms are interacting with themselves, I mean different organisms, either in pathogen or parasitic competition. These type of interactions are there. These and all gives the functional role of the organism. So based on the functional role of the organism, we can keep the arrangement in the physical space of the organism, a particular ecosystem. It tells about the ecological niche, a particular individual or particular population. Okay, if you discuss about a particular only one individual, it tells about a organism niche, or when you discuss about the population niche. So based on our discussing point, then as come on this side of the board, environment. Here from the beginning of this chapter, we are using the only one word, environment. In our regular life also we are using the environment. What is the environment? Okay, environment is a some total of the external conditions. Okay, that external conditions are, I think so, here come with here abiotic factors. Abiotic factors lo physical factors and chemical factors. These physical factors, chemical factors, maximum everything is external condition only na. That external condition factors are give the influence on the organisms. See here, what is the significance of the environment mean? That environment is giving the chance to survivability of organism. Okay, always it influence the lifestyle of organism. See, some total of all the external conditions, that external conditions influence the organism. For what purpose? Either survivability of organism or reproduction. Okay, whether, for example, how we can want to know about this. Here our environmental conditions seasonally is changed. In the summer season or winter, like seasonally we are showing the something variation of lifestyle. Okay, that what type of cloth we are wearing, that is also one of the lifestyle part. Okay, our dress code also influenced by the environment. In raining season, winter season, we are wearing the one type of dressing sense, and summer we are using the some of the cotton wear. Okay, and in the winter and raining seasons, we are using the something wool for giving the something more protection to our body to prevent the temperature loss. Okay, so whatever it is, here that environment influence the organism survivability. And then the reproduction. Here several years onwards we are discussing one thing. What is the use of these reproduction? What is the use? In the 11th 12th standard beginning chapter human reproduction we studied. In that human reproduction, not only human reproduction, every organism reproduction, what is the use? Here a living organism, one of the basic fundamental characteristic is a reproduction, because of fundamental right of individual organism to continue of their species on the earth, that is controlling by the reproduction. If organism does not perform the reproduction, automatically it can't able to continue their species on the earth. Very will soon that which organisms are can't able to show the reproduction, it eradicate, I mean it their totally extinct of their life, that is species. So reproduction, it is also influenced by these external condition. And in this time I will use one more example. Seasonally some of the flowers will bloom. Correct only na? That why some of the flowers in winter season it blooming? That blooming time only there is a chance for reproductive capacity of that plant. That stamens, those and all blooming after only na, pollen grains will be transferred the another plant stigma, then cross pollination after these and all under reproduction only na. So reproduction activity also influenced by the external conditions. Okay, so our normal survivability and then our life continuation of our species continuation or evolution process, that is a totally reproduction also, it is influenced by the external conditions. Okay, in this time nothing but I will say one more example. Dinosaurs are also extincted by the lack of favorable environmental conditions. Okay, so when the organism is having a suitable external conditions, then only that organism can survive, then only that organism will show the reproduction, then it will continue their species. Okay, okay, come, I will continue the next line. Then here different organisms are adapted to their environment. That only I said now. Here environment, how it is influence the organisms. Already we seen that influence, by that influence organism must be shows the adaptation, either that adaptation temporary adaptation or permanent adaptation. That is a difference. In this chapter only we have to know about the adaptation of organisms. On the time we will discuss. There in different organisms adapted to their environment, physiological ecology. That is nothing but physiological ecology. Okay, how one individual or group of organisms or species adapted to new environment or their surrounding environment. That is nothing but ecological physiological ecology. Then now next one, every biome. Here I am telling about one important factor. Every biome, they are showing the annual variation, environmental conditions. Sir, when I said about the environmental conditions, some of the students are having the one doubt. The doubt enna, sir, all different places of worldwide, every place having the same one type of external conditions? No, basing on their geographical places, that will shows the different climatic conditions. That different climatic conditions also not yet permanent in the total annually. That climatic conditions also annually it will shows the variation. That annual variations simply we called as a seasonal variation. Seasonal variation. Here in India 3 seasons. Okay, 6 seasons. That 6 seasons we are partitioned into the 3 categories: summer season or winter season, and then rainy season. Along with this autumn, spring, these type of several seasons are there based on the monsoons. Seasons are happened by the, we are classified by the monsoons. Sir, how these seasonal variations happen in our external conditions or our environment? How our environmental climatic conditions will change. Here one basic principle we are already studied in the 6th standard in the social studies. In the social studies time, our earth it has the equator line, correct na? By the equator line onwards, the total earth is divided into the several partitions by the imaginary lines, latitudes, longitudes. This is the longitudes, this is the latitudes, correct kada? By the latitudes, our earth will be classified or divided into the several zones. What are the zones? Equator, tropic and subtropic and polar. If you seen that these 4 different zones of these earth places, their climatic conditions are lot of variation. When you come with equator to polar, temperature will reduce and coolness will increase, correct only na? Based on their temperature or their climatic conditions, different vegetations are there. Because here equator places having the more I mean some little more vegetation. Tropical, subtropical places are having the very fuse much of vegetation, flora and fauna is there. Polar regions are having the very less number of vegetation because of climatic conditions are not suitable for organism growth. Okay, so that only here I mentioned. When the earth, by the earth different imaginary lines, they are having the different zones. That zones are consisting with different temperatic or coldness or climatic conditions. How these climatic conditions variation will happen. Here this earth is continuously rotating around the sun. Okay, two rotations. Earth will be rotate self. Along with the self rotation, earth will rotate around the sun. When the earth is rotating around the sun, these seasonal variation will causes. Seasonal variation. That means when the earth is rotated around the sun, the distance between the earth and sun, based on that here seasonal variation will happen. By the seasonal variation, climatic conditions also will be changed. So here based on the seasonal variation, climatic condition, total our India having the different biomes. In this chapter, in the environmental side heading, we want to know about what are the different environmental conditions present in the India. Okay, deserts we have, and rainy forest, and deciduous forest, temperate forest, grassland, tundras. Okay, tundra is nothing but polar places. If you after here these different biomes, check it nana. All the biomes are having their individual climatic conditions. Desert climatic conditions are differ from the rainforest. Rainforest climatic conditions are varied from the deciduous forest, tropical forest, grassland, tundras. So each and every biome having their significant climatic conditions. Basing on their climatic conditions, their flora and fauna also something different, vegetation also different, because which organisms can survivable on that climatic conditions, suitable climatic conditions, based on that organisms will be adapted to different biome places. Okay, in the next video we will start about the major biomes, what are their climatic conditions, what type of vegetation is there, that and all we will be know in the next video.